let me just set the record gay once and for all, okay? I'm a girl. I was born a girl, and I'll always be a girl. And I also happen to like girls. So that's a lot of girls, yo. What's up guys, Jay here, and I'm back with another video. And today, I'm gonna talk about a question that I've received all my life that also messed with my mental health. And I don't know, I just wanted to share it because maybe somebody out there can benefit from hearing this. So, the question that I'm talking about is the question, are you a boy or a girl? Now, don't get me wrong, it's a regular question. I don't think it's offensive or disrespectful or anything. But let me tell you why this question, when I was a teenager, so a couple years younger than now, why it messed with my mental health so much. When I first got into elementary school at the age of 6, I didn't want to go because I looked like a little boy. And I knew, even at the soft and young age of 6, that people were talking about me, and I did not like that. Then I also started to get bullied in 4th grade. That's when it started. Received my first death threat when I was just 10, which is insane. And then that just kept on going for a solid 5 years. But the hardest part about all of the bullying was the mental part, and just going into school every day, even after bullying was done. I think the bullying stopped around 8th grade, but the mental part of it was still very much alive and present every day. I just hated going to school because the moment I set foot into school, I got judged, and people looked at me and stared at me and always asked each other that question, is that a boy or a girl? And if that's a girl, does she want to be a boy? I never wanted to be a boy. I just wanted to be me, which little me happens to be a girl. And that's pretty much it. I didn't care about what I was wearing. I was just wearing what I always felt comfortable wearing and what I think I look good in. And I've always had short hair, and that's how just I feel comfortable, you know? And I never understood why it matters to strangers so much. I just wanted to be me, and the fact that people made such a big deal about it is what messed with me, to put it short and simple. You know, it was so hard on me because over all these years, that was the only question people really ever asked me. And sometimes they came up to me and asked me that question even though they didn't even know me. So over years, that's all people asked me. And when I got bullied, I didn't have any friends, I didn't have anyone to talk to, so all people ever really cared about was that, which made me feel worthless, like I'm not a human being, and like a fish on Mars. You know, it's a regular question. If anybody asks now, like, I don't mind answering it because now I have the confidence and self-worth that back then I didn't have. So now I don't mind like educating curious people. You know, I think that's fine. But back then, you know, nobody ever talked to me. And if they ever did, it was only that question. Nobody ever asked me, hey, how are you? How's your day going? So that like made me feel really lonely and made me feel like people only ever wanted to put me in a box. Nobody ever really wanted to have anything to do with me. They just wanted to know the answer to that question. And I'd be lying if back then I didn't think about the possibility of me being transgender, because if I would have simply been a boy, everything would have been so much easier for me. I would have probably had friends and maybe even a girlfriend and my first kiss, which I didn't have until the age of almost 21, but that's fine. I just felt really left out, and I think that's understandable. I was the only one like me, in school back then, you know, and I always thought, even me coming to the conclusion, the fact that I was gay, like accepting that, I always felt like I was the only girl of my kind, because there was nobody like me around me. Like I didn't have anybody I could have connected with or felt connected to, whatever. There wasn't a community around me until the internet. The internet is great for that. And when I got into it more, like the whole LGBTQ plus community, eventually I figured out there's actually way more of my kind and all around more people who aren't straight. So that's great. But yeah, that wasn't exactly the easiest back then. But I gotta say, everything happens for a reason, and I learned a lot from it, grew stronger from it and through it. And you know, I always like to say, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Now I'm, again, way more confident. I like myself just the way I am. Excuse me, sorry, I want to correct that. I love myself just the way I am, and it's all good. I don't know, I just wanted to share that because maybe there's somebody out there going through similar things, and just know that you're not alone. Nobody ever is. There are so many people going through similar or the same things, and they just don't want to talk about it or whatever, because I don't know, talking about mental health is still a very private thing for people, because most of the time they feel scared. They're afraid to get judged, and I don't know, I feel comfortable enough to just put it out because this may help someone. So again, just know that you're not alone and you're fine just the way you are. Everybody on this planet's an individual. You could line up the entire population of the world, over 7.5 billion people. You could look through all of them, you would never find yourself again. So I don't know, sounds like a freaking superpower to me. The fact that you're the only you there is, just like me, I'm the only me there is. So let's make the best out of it, celebrate our individuality, and just make positivity louder, because it's very much needed. Okay, so I hope you guys can take something away from this. You know, no matter what people say or ask, in my case, you should never change for anyone. That's not healthy. It really isn't. Because I've changed for people, so I know how it is, and I can't really recommend it. But what I can recommend is being your authentic self, and going inside and listening to yourself and what you really want, you really need, what you really enjoy, what you love, and then do more of that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, hopefully I'll see you in my next video.